Hello and good morning and welcome to episode 45 of the Apocalyptic podcast. We have a little bit of a change of scenery today, purely because the corner where I normally record is a little bit upside down, shall we say, with the whole Christmas thing going on. So I thought I'd get in the festive spirit, have my tree. Today is Sunday, the 14th of December. We also have some pictures of my son Brandon because it is his birthday today. He is 15 years old. It is coming up to 10:30 and he's still asleep. So I thought I'm gonna quickly sneak in a little podcast while we are. So, how have we all been? I also want to say welcome back to returning viewers and thank you so much to the new subscribers. I've had quite a little bit of a jump, and yeah, so thank you so much. I've decided, because I'm not that far off 200, I'm going to do a little bit of a giveaway once I hit 200 subscribers. So if you are watching and haven't yet subscribed, please feel free to hit that subscribe button. So this is a knitting podcast, and I do little bits of crochet from time to time. I absolutely have a fascination with all things apocalyptic, dystopian, all things like that, and I have got a little bit of a chat about that later on. I've got some books that I've been reading, so I'll share them with you. 3 weeks since the last one. What have I finished? Let's do finished objects. Well, first of all, I'm wearing my lento, which I absolutely love. I love the neckline. I've not blocked it yet. The sleeves did fit me when I cast it off, but I kind of wore it and it kind of started to shrink back up. So I'm going to give it a great big block. I've not got around to doing that because I say the living room's already as it is. So I'm going to give that a bit of a block, and then if I need to add some length on, I can just unpick it and add a few more. So that is fine. So the yarn used was some Jinx yarn. I'm going to have to put the colourways up here because I forget. And I held it double. I didn't hold it double with mohair. I held it double with some like silky 5-ply, I think it was, similar colour, and that went together really well. So yeah, really pleased to have got that off the needles. What else have I got? I also finished the Baby Sophisticate cardie. I'll put a little picture up of that one because I posted that out. So I did the second size, which I think is more like 3 to 6 months, and I ended up using about just a tiny touch over 100 grams of the Aran wool, which I don't think was too bad yardage really. What did I think that was Hayfield bonus Aran, and it does have some wool content, about 20% I think it was, but I like to tend to do acrylics for baby stuff, so it's not extra work for, say, new parents who just chuck it in the wash. One that I've just cast off this morning. I've woven in the ends of one but not the other, and I can actually show you these. So these are some mitts that I did for my cousin. I absolutely love them. Put the other one on just to demonstrate. Very nice. So this was some, oh hi Lego. You see ya. If you follow me on Instagram, sorry, I'm going to break off topic in a minute. Lego's been in the wars this week. She's had to have some dental surgery at the vet. Yeah, she was acting very strange Wednesday night, just pouring out her mouth, and wasn't sure she's going to be sick or she just had something in her mouth that she wasn't happy with. And so I can turn it around without dropping you. Lego, hello. So she's doing that for a little while. So got into the vets on the Thursday night, and one of her fangs, her canine teeth, had snapped and was lying, pointing that way across a pallet, and we're like, oh my gosh. So the vets managed to kind of get it out, it looked like it was hanging off by a thread, just to make sure that she didn't swallow it. Give her some pain relief, and yeah, she was in surgery the next day, having I think they removed the root. Apparently, fun fact, the tooth that you see on the outside, the root is much longer. They also took a little one at the back of it, which was also cracked. So yeah, she was feeling very sorry for herself on the first day, but she's doing well actually. I've got to keep her in till Tuesday till we take her back for a post-op. Just check everything's okay. So, and she's doing that thing where she wants to go out and is mithering me about it. So, which is always good signs. Eating well. And can I just say, those Licky Licks, best invention ever, because she adores it, and just does well because that's what she gets her medicine mixed up in. So that goes down nice and well. Anyway, so yeah, she's doing all right, aren't you? Eh? Yeah. So yeah, so finished this jump. Oh, the mitts. I was talking about the mitts, wasn't I? Sorry. So these did used to be some socks. I think it was an old dye candy colourway, and my cousin had worn them to death, and they were irreparable. But we salvaged some of the wool and made them into mitts. So these, fingerless mitts, get it right. The contrast, that's probably a bit of a better one. I know, not the greatest lighting today, but it's December and it's dark. And this is Wine Legs, which is a gorgeous like burgundy that I had in stash, and it's from Ducky Darlings, and I think that goes together quite well. So yeah, I'm not posting those off just yet, because I'm making something else. She has a big birthday coming up next month, so I'm kind of putting these to one side and I'll send the parcel all together. But those are done. I've been quite good this year, even though I've got my great big long list. There's only one item that's a Christmas gift knit. I shouldn't really say only, because it's for my brother who has ginormous feet. So I've casted these on. Oh, let's even get a good lighting. Not bad colour, is it? So these are, I just did some socks on these not long ago. This is from Volmizer that I got when I went to Berlin Knits. Now, I'll tell you about the contrast though, I'll come back to this. The contrast is also actually a acquisition. And I did have, oh, I do have it. Lang J-Wall. So it's a super wash, and it comes with 5 grams of reinforcement thread. Now, I've heard about this and I've been wanting to try it. And so we had a little bit of a jaunt out with the knit group and went to Hoop Knits in Farsley, which is a lovely shop. So if you're in West Yorkshire area, really worth a visit. It's up by Sunnybank Mills. I keep wanting to say Springbank, and that's probably somewhere else, but no, Sunnybank Mills. And so you hold it double. So there's the yarn, and it comes in a 50 gram ball, which is perfect. And then it has like the matching thread colour. So you kind of hold them double, or hold them together while you're working. So I've done that for the toe. I'm going to do it for the toe and the heels. Now, I know I've got plenty of this, that 50 gram would be ample for toes, heels and cuffs. But first off, I'm not sure how far this will go, because it didn't, I think it just said the grams and it didn't say what the meterage of it would be. So I'm gonna just, I've started on the second one, and I'm gonna get up to where I'm up to on this one. I had to do a tiny bit of funny shaping. They look really, really wide, but my brother has, bless him, he's got a bunion and his feet are quite wide, so I kind of made it, I think I went up to like 80 stitches, and then I've just kind of trimmed down to about 78, I think. I've written it down somewhere. Itchy nose. Now, yeah, because I didn't want to do toe, heel and cuff and then realise I didn't have enough reinforcement thread to do the same on the other one. So that's that yarn chicken. And then the other yarn chicken is this. Now, I have a spreadsheet, and each time I finish a project, I update that ball of wool and how much weight is left remaining, how much grammage is left. And it said 82 grams, I think it was. And I'm just hoping that that's the figure that I put in before I started these, and that I hadn't updated it part way through. So I really didn't want to rip all this back, because most of this was like 3 hours when I went to watch Wicked, which was fabulous. So yeah, I'm gonna do that thing where I pull from the middle and get these up to the same point, get to the heel at least, and then I will weigh what's remaining. And if there's still like 30 grams left or 20 grams left, I should be okay. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. They do look really big. It does now a little bit down there. But yeah, I think that'll fit in. Very tailor-made, that's all I can say. So that is in my little grey girl firefly bag. So I've just been working on that this morning because I was so tired last night. I've been away at the weekend, or just Friday into Saturday, for a party over at Southport, and I went to bed too late. I didn't drink as I was driving. Went to bed too late, and then obviously I don't really sleep in anymore, so I was so tired that I ended up going up to bed about 9 o'clock last night, and I was asleep maybe 10:15, and then I woke up at about 6:30, 6 o'clock, and I actually don't feel tired, which I don't say very often. I feel quite nice and refreshed, so that is good. So that is what I've got on the go. So that's the socks. And then I had a new cast on just for me, which I'm really pleased with because I wanted to enjoy my December knitting. So I cast on the Robinia sweater to make sure I'm not dropping it. It's on a short cable, but hopefully, look at that. Now it looks very narrow, but obviously it's because it's all scrunched up there. So this yarn, oh look at that. Let me see if I can find all the labels. This was a big treat to me when I went to Berlin. So the pattern is the Robinia sweater by Anne Wenzel. It's a paid for pattern, so I can't really show you much details on there. But I'm holding it with Issachar silk mohair, which is 75% kid mohair, 25% silk. And this is colour 30, or 30, which is kind of like a black. And then I've not got the label for it, I don't think. So that's the floof. And then you also, I've got the Issachar tweed, which is like a 4-ply weight in charcoal. So that's that. And then I'm also holding it double with, where is it? I have to hold this very carefully because it's all gone all, holding it up like an offering. Take the yarn. Now this is Yarn Smith's merino sock, because as I said, the Issachar was quite spendy. Wasn't really Craig, so I couldn't justify to myself getting the 4-ply merino in Issachar as well. So I'm using this, which is, I think it's called Graphite, shade on there. And then for the cream, this is really fluffy. For the cream, you just knit this on its own. So this is like, it doesn't look very thick, but it kind of, with the halo and everything, works out as like an Aran weight. And this is the Issachar Eco Soft, I believe, in the cream. I had almost a full ball of this, or like 2/3 or something, left over from when I did the Robinia sweater for Kirsty. When I did it in navy and blue. When did I do that? I think that was 2 years ago. It was 2 years ago, 1 year ago, maybe 2. So I'll be able to use that up, and I've also got plans, because I imagine I've got a few leftover bits from the navy that I used, and no doubt I'll have leftovers on the greys, and I'm going to do my friend's daughters a hat each with the remnants. So I think that'll be, I think I'm going to just kind of plot the chart, get the number of stitches that I need, and yeah. So I'm quite excited to do that. I've just joined the body. Ideally, I would like to finish it to wear at Christmas, but we've not got that. How long are we on? It's the 14th today, so we've just got 10 days. And as I say, I do need to do the socks as the priority because they are the gift. So that is living in my gorgeous cat bag from Joanna Borges, which I also bought at Berlin Knits. So I think that is my main focus at the moment. I don't want to kind of cast on loads and loads of stuff. I have got a couple of acquisitions. So you may or may not remember me saying that we had some babies in the office that were due. Sorry for the crinkling. So when we were on the outing to Hoop Knits, I also got 2 balls of this Vital Superwash. It's like a DK. Oh, it's not saying what the content is. Oh, it's 100%. Well, it doesn't feel it. But I saw this cute pattern called I Heart Baby. So the little sweater was already knitted up. I think it's from the pattern's from Pearl and Jane. I'll put a little picture up here. So that's going to be like a nice neutral one for my colleague. And then the other one is this lovely teal. And this is Lang Yarns again, Amara. And that is it says it's to fit like needle size 4.5 to 5, but it kind of, to me, knits up more as a DK. And that's 40% alpaca and 30% wool and 30% viscose. I know I just contradicted myself. This is, oh yeah, I just knit babies in baby clothes in acrylic. But to be fair, I mean, superwash means you can still chuck it in the machine, can't you? Now, I also realised that I didn't have any buttons in stash. And are you ready for the cuteness? Look at that. That is so cute. So I got 2 of those for one of the jumpers. And then I quite like these. You see? Not looking very flattering in that picture, but it has doesn't look very nice, does it? But it is, in real life it is. Let's see if I got the other one. The other one might be a bit more prominent. It has like indents all the way around, almost like a clock face, like an indentation. But anyway, the little buttons go on each side, so make sure I didn't lose them. Or hoover them up, which I did with the other buttons. You know, quite think about that. I also got a ball of the Christmas colourway from West Yorkshire Spinners. signature. Oh, it's very sparkly. Ooh. And this is the mulled wine. So this is like a self-striping. So yes, so that's very nice. And then the only other one, so the only other one is my Advent. So if you don't want to see it, please look away now. So I have opened this morning's one. This Advent is from Yarn Ink, and she did this beautiful mood board postcard, and it was beautiful. Now, me being me, I just saw the mood board and just saw like a little bit of beige and then mostly all these purples and moody greys, and I was all like, oh my god, yes. So these were days 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So it started off, and so this is on the DK, and I've got plans for that. And can you see it's got like a really nice twist on it? So I think that's going to have beautiful definition. So it started off with like beige, and then a bit more of the browns coming in, golden browns. And then days 6 to 9 starts going into a more chocolatey brown. Now, brown is, quite frankly, my least favourite colour. However, these are nice browns, and as my friend Sammy keeps reminding me, remember, it's not for you. This blanket, it's going to be a bat and bird blanket that I'm doing for my son Brandon, for like when he's older, for like a bit of a heirloom keepsake thing. So yeah, and then these are the next ones, and if you can see there, it was like more brown, but then it's turning into these gorgeous rich greys. The lighting's so bad. So I really like them, and I'm excited because when it got to the point when it was on like day 9 and it was still brown, I did have to kind of go forward a few days just to check that there was some purple coming, and there is. So I know I'm a bugger. Anyway, I think that's all my knitting. What are we at? 27 minutes, that's not too bad. I just wanted to talk about Christmas plans, and I've been really enjoying watching all these vlogmases. At the minute, I did think about it, but I get quite burnt out anyway in December, because I say it's end of year. I've got a bit of a number crunching job, so all the year-end stuff all comes in. I've got Brandon's birthday, I've got social stuff, family stuff, so I knew that I would struggle. But January, however, I don't go back to work till the 7th, and I also I've changed my working pattern. So I think I worked out that in January I would only be working 16 days. So I'm going to do some January blogs. I don't know what to call them, because I know January there's a lot of like Blue Monday focus about it being like the anticlimax after Christmas and everything, and I just wanted it to be, you know, to put a little bit of knitting cheer out there to kind of cheer you up. Right, so there we go, that's my plans. After all the family stuff is all done over Christmas, I am looking forward to getting home and just decompressing with my knitting, with some reading, and just really chilling out. So I've been getting together a little pile of books in readiness. So I'm going to show you what I've got. I've joined this book club called End of the World Book Club. It is a little bit pricey for one book, but you do get a lot of gifts with it. And I wanted to do it because you open the gifts at certain pages, and I needed that dopamine hit and goals and targets to just get me back into the routine of reading. And so it was completely my genre. So this is the current book called The Grace Year. A must read for fans of The Handmaid's Tale and The Power. Handmaid's Tale I've watched the series, but The Power I've not. So that's that one. When I went to Berlin, I sat next to a chap on the plane and he was reading this book, and I was trying to have a look without being nosy. But the boy who followed his father into Auschwitz, I thought that sounds really interesting read. So I'll look at that. And excuse the stick. Well, do you know what? I was going to say excuse the stickers, but I thought, no. I bought these second hand from World of Books because, you know, to me, I'm happy with second hand books. It saves a few quid. Dean Koontz is my favourite actor. It's called Soul Survivor. It's very moody, doesn't it? The things there. What else have I got? I've got the World War Z book that I've not read yet. I've also got my A Court of Thorn and Roses. Not that I think I'm going to read 6 books in a week, but you know, you never know. In an ideal world, after all the Christmas stuff done, it'd be quite nice to have a little bit of snow, so an excuse just to stay indoors. I sound very like hermity at the moment, don't I? I think, do you know what, I say that I'll have a whole week, and sometimes I just need 2 or 3 days of doing nothing, and then it just recharges me. Anyway, I hope you are all well. I haven't decided what I'm going to do for the giveaway. I'll have a little think on whether to gift something from Stash or see if I can buy something that catches my eye that I think will be nice. So, only way to find out is to make sure that you like and subscribe. I hope you have a lovely Christmas, whatever your plans are. I know it can be a really difficult time. I know it's not all gingerbread men and Santa for everybody. If you're just getting through it, then I'm sending you my love, and I will see you soon. I don't know if I might do a bit of an end of year roundup on the approach to the new year, just to let you know what things have finished, and just to kind of clear the decks a bit before I start the blogs. But no, all the best, and take care of yourself and those around you. Take care.